Jeopardy host Ken Jennings has appeared to be surprised by semi-finalist contestant Sam Stapleton on today's episode. Sam had the audience on the edge of their seats in the final round of the semi-finals of Jeopardy's Champions Wildcard Tournament. Sam was in the lead at the time of Final Jeopardy, having earned $18.4 thousand. Fellow contestant Lawrence Long was up second, scoring a total of $10,000. Joe had fallen far behind, only having a sum of $7.3 thousand in the last round of the game show. Royalty was the ultimate category. The last Jeopardy clue Ken, 49, provided was, before his death in 2005, he said he was probably the last head of state to be able to recognize all his compatriots in the street. Ken had Joe answer first. "Who is King Hussein?" was Joe's guess, which was wrong. Luckily, he wagered $0, so he was able to hold on to his $7.3 thousand. Just Sam's luck. Lawrence, however, wasn't as fortunate. He wrongly guessed, "Who is King Rainier?" which cost him all of his money since he bet everything he earned $10,000. Coming out on top was Sam. Though his answer, "Who is Juan Carlos I?" was incorrect, he only waged $1,601 of his earnings, leaving him with $16,799. The silent crowd erupted with applause when Ken revealed his final score. "Sam Stapleton, you survived a scare on Friday the 13th, Ken said. "And you are our first finalist in Jeopardy Champions Wildcard. In it to win it." Ken is hosting the 2.5-month Champions Wildcard Tournament that's airing instead of regular episodes. The event kicked off last Monday, inviting back 1, 2, and 3-time winners from season 37 and 38. Here's how Sam won his quarterfinals match of the special. Carla Fawcett, a senior content administrator from Saco, Maine, faced Robert I, a math professor from Washington, D.C., and Sam, a college consultant from Los Gatos, California. When Ken interviewed each player, the host brought up earlier opponent Robert's love of crosswords. Robert divulged, "The first time I was on Jeopardy! I had just had my debut puzzle published in the New York Times. Since then, I've had another puzzle for the Wall Street Journal." He added, "And I've written a couple of custom crosswords for my friends' weddings." Ken replied, "Oh, wedding crosswords. Custom crosswords," Robert said once more. The host zinged, "That's a hard partying wedding when everyone's doing a crossword." The audience laughed as Robert sheepishly said, "Absolutely," and the ice-cold host moved on. Going into Double Jeopardy, regular play 2-time winner Sam, who revealed he was haunted by initially losing over a Coppola Final Jeopardy, had $8,600, while Robert had $6,600, and Carla $2,000. Sam bet a big $7,000 on a daily double despite already having a wide lead and jumped to a massive score of $26,800, winning the match. In the high-stakes world of Jeopardy, where every second counts and every clue can mean the difference between victory and defeat, the latest episode took an unexpected turn that left even the most seasoned viewers and experts in utter disbelief. Ken Jennings, a legend in the realm of trivia and the reigning host of the iconic game show, found himself grappling with the improbable reality of the evening as Sam Stapleton, a wild-card contestant, emerged as a finalist despite a harrowing series of events. The episode began as any other, with Jennings, sporting his trademark calm demeanor, introducing the contestants with his characteristic charm. Yet, the anticipation in the studio was palpable. The wildcard round had always been a thrilling twist in the game, adding an extra layer of drama and unpredictability to the competition. Sam Stapleton, a relatively unknown name before this season, had already managed to capture the attention of Jeopardy fans with his impressive yet unassuming performance in previous rounds. As a wildcard contestant, he was given a second chance to compete, a rare opportunity that many dream of but few are fortunate enough to seize. Little did anyone know, this opportunity would test Stapleton's mettle in ways that few could have anticipated. The round began with Stapleton appearing somewhat reserved, his usual confidence momentarily overshadowed by the gravity of the situation. The stakes were high, with the chance to secure a place in the finals hanging in the balance. The first few clues came and went, with Stapleton struggling to hit his stride. The tension in the studio was almost tangible, with the audience holding their breath as Stapleton grappled with a series of challenging questions. Then came the moment that would define the episode. With the clock ticking down and the final round approaching, Stapleton faced a particularly brutal clue in the Double Jeopardy round. The category was historic figures, a subject that had already proven to be a minefield of difficulty. Stapleton's response was met with a mixture of cheers and groans as he wrestled with the answer. It was a brutal moment, one that seemed to push Stapleton to the brink. As the answer was revealed, it became clear that Stapleton's response was incorrect, and the severity of the mistake was compounded by the narrow margin of points separating him from the other contestants. The studio fell into a hushed silence as the realization set in that Stapleton's chances of advancing were slipping away. Ken Jennings, who had been observing the unfolding drama with a mix of professional detachment and personal interest, could barely hide his astonishment. His usually composed demeanor faltered as he took in the gravity of Stapleton's predicament. Jennings, known for his deep knowledge and understanding of the game, was visibly shaken by the turn of events. His eyes widened in disbelief as Stapleton, now on the verge of elimination, fought to stay in the competition. As the final round began, Stapleton's odds seemed all but depleted. The tension in the studio was electric, with every contestant and viewer holding their breath as Stapleton took his final shot. The category was world geography, and the clue was as challenging as ever. Stapleton, determined to make a last-ditch effort, wrote down his response with a sense of urgency that matched the intensity of the moment. When the results were revealed, the studio erupted into a mixture of shock and elation. Stapleton's answer was correct, a precise and well-timed response that not only salvaged his chances but catapulted him into the final round. The disbelief on Jennings' face was palpable as he struggled to reconcile the incredible turn of events. The seasoned host, known for his ability to remain composed under pressure, found himself grappling with a reality that defied all expectations. Jennings, whose role as host had always been marked by a deep respect for the game and its contestants, could only shake his head in astonishment as Stapleton, against all odds, secured his place as the first wildcard finalist. The disbelief in Jennings' eyes was mirrored by the collective astonishment of the audience, who had witnessed a moment of television history that would be talked about for years to come. The final round unfolded with Stapleton, now a symbol of perseverance and grit, facing off against formidable opponents in a battle of wits and knowledge. The once unassuming wildcard contestant had transformed into a force to be reckoned with.